Neuroscience, the best approach to rewire your brain. It's a combination of scientific evidence and my personal experience. So recently, I read several scientific papers about neuroplasticity for PWS, observing how the brain rewires through neuroimaging had a profound impact on me. It gave me more motivation to practice harder, and my fluency became more stable. Today, I would like to share some findings with you, hoping that might be helpful to you. Compared to fluent speakers, PWS generally show lower left brain activity and higher right brain activity and abnormal basal ganglia activity. Scientific research showed with sufficient practice, brains of PWS can be rewired to resemble those of fluent speakers. All the following data comes from intensive, commonly used therapies. One popular approach is the traditional fluency shaping program, which involves 3 weeks of intensive practice for several hours each day. The key strategies include abdominal breathing, word elongation, gentle onset, and continuous phonation. Another therapy appeared in several scientific papers using metronome for 8 weeks, with participants speaking 1 word per beat. After such intensive therapies, neuroimaging often shows that brain activity in PWS become more like that of fluent speakers, with increased level of left brain activity, decreased level of right brain activity, and normalized basal ganglia function. It seems that any approach which is capable of generating fluent speech can rewire the brain of PWS if practiced long enough. But the practical considerations include: 1, can you consistently maintain certain practice for extended period? 2, how natural will your speech sound? 3, how easily can you apply these techniques in real-life conversations to stabilize the new brain rewiring? 4, what are the costs involved? From my experience, I found that using metronome was not tolerable, although it is inexpensive. I also participated in a traditional fluency shaping program where I achieved some fluency in the clinic, but could not maintain it in real life, resulting in a significant financial investment with very limited practical benefit. And these speech patterns from both the metronome therapy and traditional fluency shaping methods did not sound very natural. Our neuroscience method offers a more practical approach. The resulting speech is natural, and it is easy to apply to real-life conversation. It is comprehensive and affordable. It includes 3 main ingredients. Number 1, mind training. We give ourselves 2 20-minute mind training treatments daily, before bed and on rising, in which we recite 10 affirmations 20 times each. Also, during the day, we drown negative thought in the flood of the positive affirmation. One of my favorite quotes is from Frank S. Gabriel, MD. As you all know, we have free choice to accept or reject thoughts. Nothing compels us to think anything except our own desires. Use your mental switch to dictate your thoughts. Believe that you can improve, and you will. Many of us repeat those words before doing everyday mind training treatment. Mind training could speed up the brain rewiring process. The second ingredient is we read aloud an hour or more a day to hear our voice being fluent. And we play recordings of ourselves being fluent when we recite our affirmations. Reading aloud practice is much easier to maintain for extended period of time. We practice our speech while we are enjoying many good books. The third ingredient, we use tools temporarily to avoid stuttering until we break the stuttering habit and our brains are rewired. We call these tools speech plans and crutches. In the traditional speech therapy field, there are 2 categories of techniques. One is fluency shaping methods, which are certain speaking style to prevent stuttering. The second category is stuttering modification methods, which are used when you start to stutter. Our speech plan is superior to traditional fluent shaping methods. Our methods are more natural and easier to apply to the real-life conversation. And our crutches are more detailed, more precise, more numerous, and more effective than traditional stuttering modification methods. Overall, we have a broader range of tools at our disposal. In addition to these wonderful 3 ingredients, WSSA community is also extremely helpful. It is the world's only community of ex-stutterers and those fast becoming ex-stutterers. The neuroscience method has proven to be highly effective. Additionally, scientific data shows that PWS often have faulty internal timing, and speaking slowly helps the speech processing system manage internal timing more effectively. One of our most used speech plans, extreme pronunciation, slows you down, but still sounds natural. Also, as we use our tools to avoid stuttering, our faulty internal timing self-corrects. And Coach Lee Lovett, who has been fluent for 50 years, he is an eloquent speaker, is a good example of good internal timing. Some of his ex-stuttering students, whom you can hear speak at WSSA's weekly SAM meeting, are also good examples. Lastly, scientific evidence indicates that speaking or reading with positive emotion can accelerate brain rewiring. Personally, passion has been a great help for me. Before using Coach Lee's neuroscience method, I stuttered severely. Speaking with a smile and enthusiasm has significantly reduced my stuttering. In the initial stage of being coached by Coach Lee, I once asked Coach, "Enthusiasm helped me so much. How to maintain passion all the time?" Now I have answered. It can be achieved through mind training. And we have the power to make each day a happy day. Finally, I want to thank Coach Lee for encouraging me to go through science literature. Coach Lee, thank you so much again for coaching and never giving up on any of us. Your presence every week is incredibly motivating and inspiring.